What's up, everybody? This review, we're going to be taking a look at the Marvel Legends Wolfsbane from the Build-A-Figure Zabu wave. This is the figure I've been wanting for a long time. Pretty sure a lot of people have. I love that X Factor team. It's one of my favorite looks and just favorite teams. Uh, we just never got her back in the day. I want to say there was a sculpt that kind of showed her off a long time ago, but it never came to. We got the rest of the team, and it just seemed like we weren't getting this Wolfsbane, and I don't know why. But this figure, I'm glad to finally have. A lot of people took they had a kind of like a Wolfsbane head sculpt for the Danny Moonstar body, and you could throw it on that, but it's more like the New Mutants look. Uh, I'm glad we got this one. To me, it looks like it just has a better head sculpt, and this is the look that we all wanted. This is the one I associate with her. So here she is in the packaging. Clear window. You can see the main body for Zabu. Got artwork on the side. On the back, we have her bio and the rest of the figures in the wave. Other side's artwork. Got the front. Let's get her open and check her out. So here's Wolfsbane outside of the packaging, and she looks pretty cool. She looks pretty good. I think she could become more feral, and the hair can get a little bit more crazy, in the books. But this seems to be like a pretty happy medium, nice facial sculpt. Kind of wish we had another one with a more neutral face. Um, Only accessory she comes with is the extra hands. She has the claw hands on her, and she's got two fists. So one for each hand, and then we got the Zabu part. So we won't get too much into this. I plan on reviewing this guy when probably when I get all the other ones I'm missing, and then I'll review it with Kazar, since I feel like they go together. So we'll toss that Build-A-Figure part to the side. And here she is. Let's take a look at her. So we got a pretty good face sculpt. Looks like the hair is a different piece that's attached to the face sculpt, which is pretty nice that they've been doing that. It lets them do a little bit more detail in the hair. But you got nice paint in there. You got her blue and yellow suit. The X looks really good. Got the silver, the zipper, silver on the buckles. Suit looks really nicely painted. You got the fur going down on the arms, legs, bare feet. A little bit of fur sculpt on there. So pretty nice, very simple design. For articulation, she's got a ball hinge, so she can look up really, really far, which is cool. Because I don't know what kind of poses we're going to be getting out of her. But I think when she's like crouched down and everything like that, you're going to want her kind of looking up at you, that sort of thing, that looks nice, that she can raise her head high enough. So that's pretty nice. Knee on the ground and still able to look forward. Really nice. The head tilts a little bit for some personality. I like that. Like that. So she can look at you with these, just by tilting the head and doing a simple gesture, you can get a lot of emotion. So I like that personality tip. You've got T-pose, which looks really good, about 90. Upper bicep cut, double jointed pinless elbows that fold like all the way in, really nice. Hinge in the pin for the hand and wrist. They are horizontal. All the hands are horizontal hinges. Upper diaphragm cut. This is where it gets a little. There's no lower ab crunch. I wish there was, so you can get more articulation, especially for her. She's going to be doing some crazy acrobatic stuff. The diaphragm cuts, usually just like this one, don't let her come forward hardly any, if any, but it goes backwards quite a bit. I wish it would just come forward just a little bit more, you know. If that's going to be your only articulation right there, I think it needs to come forward some more. You got your hip joint. Legs go out about that far. Go forward only that far. Kind of wish it would come forward a little bit more. No drop down hips, nothing like that. Upper thigh cut. Double jointed pinless knees. Hinge and pivot for the ankle. So not terrible. Pretty sure we're going to be able to get some pretty decent poses out of her. They could have been better. You'll always know they could be better. We can get her all the way down. See if we had the ab crunch, maybe we can get her down some more. But really can't. So you get okay articulation. I guess a pose like that, maybe. Maybe that's okay. But maybe you want her, you know, being Wolfsbane, maybe you want her running across all fours. Could have used just a little bit more articulation in there. Still not terrible. Not terrible at all. Just maybe it could have been better considering the weight. But I mean, this is pretty good. We got the double jointed, you know, knees and elbows, so that's nice. And then I'm pretty sure we had to wait on a new sculpt because I'm pretty sure they're also going to use this for Feral. You know, you don't want to waste a mold. You got to make sure that's going to work for both. And I think it will. So that's pretty much it for her. You got the hands, the fists. We don't really need to show those. They're just fists. Articulation, okay. Looks good. Now let's get some figures out and get some comparisons in. So for articulation, we have the Loose Collector Executive Replica of Vampirella. And then we have the X-Men 97 Jean. We have the G.I. Joe Classified Baroness. Now when it comes to female figures, I feel like we're just always in a fight for having better articulation. Wolfsbane's just got the diaphragm cut. But, you know, Jean doesn't have the diaphragm. She's got like a ball waist. Vampirella has the diaphragm cut. Baroness has a diaphragm cut and a lower ball waist. But neither one of them really get that much articulation. I mean, you got Vampirella, and that's like as far forward as she's going. She goes back a little bit further. Same thing as Wolfsbane. Like you just don't get that much articulation out of there. And if you're going to have a single point, I think it needs to move better. You got the waist, the ball waist for Jean that moves way back, but not as far forward. And I'm big into the ab crunch. I think it just provides a lot more of a necessary articulation. Baroness, you have the diaphragm and the ball, but really, I don't get any movement out of any of them except for going backwards. So it's pretty wild. So we're getting nice joints as far as, you know, Wolfsbane has the double jointed elbows. I mean, you look at Vampirella and Baroness, they have single jointed. Jean's got the double, which works out fine. She's kind of a newer one, I guess. Vampirella's got the double jointed knees. Baroness does also. But I mean, they have the single jointed elbows. You just want to get more out of them. Like, why can't we get Spider-Man like articulation out of these females or something like that? You know, something decent. But especially again, if you're gonna have a single joint, I feel like I got to pop something and start trimming away, and maybe I can get some better articulation. It just kind of sucks that still fighting for it, but I guess they are improving. So hopefully they continue to improve. And one day we'll get to like a standard female buck or something like that, where we can get some really, really awesome articulation. But height wise, Jean is the shortest. Vampirella is going to be about the top of Wolfsbane's hair, and Baroness is about same height. So, they vary. So, of course, when talking about X Factor, we got to break her team out. So, she is the last one that we've been waiting on. I know we can throw Forge in here. I mean, some people probably do. I kind of want to throw him in there, but I think that's more of a, 90s X-Men sort of thing. But here we just have, Wolfsbane, we got Polaris, Havoc, Quicksilver, we got Multiple Man, and Strong Guy. But they've all been out for so long. I feel like, me personally, because I love this team, that I would like them all to get redone. I mean, they're all a little outdated in ways. Polaris is pretty nice, but she's got the diaphragm cut only, like Wolfsbane. But the yellows on Wolfsbane look better to me versus hers is just like a painted orangish yellow. Still pretty good. They all kind of match, or at least Polaris and Havoc match, which is they should. They came in the same pack, and they kind of match Strong Guy. But Multiple Man has more of a yellow, and then maybe in between those is Wolfsbane's yellow. So, I mean, this Quicksilver, I don't even think is the match for that team. But, it's Quicksilver in the blue. So, I'll throw him in there. Make it round out this team. So, overall, I do like this figure. It's one that I've definitely needed to finish out this team. One that I've been wanting to finish out this team. I love that team. I'm glad to finally have it done. I do, in my deepest wants, I would want them to redo like Havoc, update him on a different body, give him some more articulation, maybe give Polaris double jointed elbows, maybe better paint, kind of like Wolfsbane. Wolfsbane has the molded plastic versus Polaris is painted over the blue. So I don't know. You definitely can tell the difference between Wolfsbane and the rest of them, with her being the newest one. But again, I do like her. Part of it's biased. I've been waiting on her forever. Can't wait to see what they do with Feral, since I'm pretty sure they're going to be sharing the same body. I don't think they waited to sculpt this and make the mold for this long to not reuse it. But hopefully, you saw enough of this to decide whether you want it or not. You're probably going to pick it up anyways if you already have the rest of the team. Maybe I'm not sure what you're going to do as far as, I see another difference is Wolfsbane's X for her X Factor has the white in there versus everybody else's is yellow and red. So I don't know if that's going to bother you. I'll probably be staring at that a lot more now that I see it. Kind of crazy. Again, those other ones have been out for a little while, so that's what happens when you wait to build out a team. You're going to have some differences in there. I wish they would learn from that. Don't really need to stall. But I do like the figure, and I am glad that it's there. That's going to be it for this review. She was a pretty simple one. Not a bad design. New sculpts. You got the similar upper body to Polaris, except hers got the silver on the chain painted. But other than the upper diaphragm part, everything else is different on her. You see how she looks with the team. And yeah, again, that's going to be it for this review. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Later.